Hello, everyone. Welcome back to week number 6, I'm gonna say, of Die Party Hollow Earth Expedition. Oh my god, I don't remember the last time we ever played this game. I think it was 3 to 4 weeks ago, probably, most likely.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
guys are really awful at having real lives.
I'm sorry that I have to work, and I'm sorry that
Me and my being
Maction
a
over here
taxpaying
gets
yeah.
fucking raises like a good worker.
Well,
me and my
thanks.
taxpaying member of society-ness. Balls.
So we're probably going to have a pretty interesting first hour now that we're back. Mostly because we need to sort of shrug off the rust a little bit, and get back into it. But let me go around and introduce the players for tonight's game. First up, we have Frank playing Arch Strathorn.
Hello.
We have Maction taking on the role of Otto Schultz.
Jawohl, mein Herr.
I forgot about
There's that great, solid #1 A+ German accent.
I bring my A game to the table every time.
And up next, we have me. I'll be playing Rex Holt. And last but not least, we have Wreckage, who will be our game master for this evening.
Yeah, it's a very thankless job, but somebody's got to do it.
Yes, they do.
So could I not make you a liar if I just thanked you, Wreckage?
No,
Thank you.
Because
Thank you, sir.
No, because words are empty and hollow. Actions speak louder than words.
Like
and
Hollow
last-
Earth
You can't
Expedition.
hear this, but I'm currently
it's
thanking you with my body right now.
What if the words come from Maction? Are they at least halfway to an action if they come from Maction?
Maction action.
All I know is that you guys didn't play for 2-3 weeks, and that hurts on a deeply emotional and personal level. And I have
that's why we're
decided
thanking
to
you
kill your
physically.
characters at the start of the game. So I need everybody to roll initiative.
Oh, cool. How do we do
I'm
that?
Yeah.
So
Oh,
Wait,
great.
I think I remember this.
Everybody
It's
forgets how
dexterity
this
plus
game
intelligence.
works.
I remember.
hey,
Well,
so Rick,
yeah, hi.
Wreckage, because my name
Yeah.
is Rex.
Gosh.
Can you tell us what happened on the last episode that we played?
On the last
Step by
episode,
step,
Die
blow by
Party, Hollow Earth Expedition, Darth Vader encased Rex Holt in carbonite.
Well, I mean, no, we all saw that coming, obviously.
Right, and it turned out that Maction was actually the brother of Graham playing Apollo. And so the fact that their characters had like this weird romantic thing got really weird. So Apollo threw himself over a cliff where he was eaten by a giant worm.
Okay, I can get down with that.
Beautiful.
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 What
then you
actually
just-
happened last
You
week?
discovered that I was, I was Muad'Dib.
What?
What?
Frank,
No,
stop
anybody
making up
read
words.
Dune?
Stop making up
You
words.
fucking shit. You guys haven't read Dune?
Stop making up
No,
words.
God.
he was going for the Dune reference. We were sticking
With
with
the
Star
worms.
Wars. Everybody.
But it was the worm.
Right, yeah, I know, right. But we were talking about the Sarlacc. I mean, I kind of was
Can't
thinking
see this,
about...
but I'm crying on the inside.
Well,
Anyway!
the chat notices that you talked about June, so there you go, Frank.
Yeah, well, yeah. Well, we lost
Thank
a person on Twitch I saw it happen. We had 4 and then went to 3. I'm blaming you for that exclusively. Anyway, what actually happened last time on Die Party Hollow Earth Expedition, after following Professor Clendon through the Himalayas, you guys caught up with the Germans that you were trailing behind. They were engaged in a life or death battle with an abominable snowman. And you guys decided that the life or death battle didn't have enough death in it. So you threw Jacob's character, whose name was I forget, and he died, and then he was completely forgotten almost immediately because he stopped playing this game.
Yeah.
And Apollo almost died because Graham also quit playing, but he managed to self-stabilize and not bleed to death. So he, with everyone else, discovered Shangri-La on the other side of the Yeti and the Nazi fight. The Nazis, having clearly beat you, to the lush and gold-encrusted, literally, valley of Shangri-La, you followed the path to a surprisingly populated and cosmopolitan village, which yet further led you to a monastery where you met an abbot. And you
Not
were
a
welcomed
Costello.
graciously into the fold of Shangri-La. Meanwhile, we received a new player, having lost 2 on that day. Maction playing
Yes.
Otto Schultz, a German scientist who, on a previous Thule Society expedition, managed to discover Shangri-La, but has been living here for years, against his will, perhaps. We saw some of his escapades and learned of his desire to acquire what he can for his scientific explorations from new peoples coming into the valley. He saw the Nazis arrive before you, and they were dealt with by a group of Yetis when they refused to come along peacefully. You, on the other hand, came along peacefully and were treated to a remarkably refreshing hot bath and an amazing feast in which you learned the horrid truth that you would not be allowed to leave Shangri-La. There was some kicking back and forth underneath the table.
Yeah, my poor legs.
Yeah,
I
even
know.
though one of you
God.
is a cripple, the other person...
I would say mostly
you-
your poor mouth for not telling the abbot we're going to try to steal shit and run away.
It's pretty dumb, Dave. I don't know. I guess you'll have to explain yourself to Frank.
He didn't actually
When we-
say it.
True.
He didn't actually say anything. I just kept kicking him. So
Yeah, it's true. Turn off the phone.
Sorry.
God
Oh,
damn it.
man.
What do you think
Fucking-
this is? Like baby
and
hour?
the stock ringtone.
Wow.
Ringtone.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So continue.
So, yeah, minus 10 XP from action.
Well, geez, that's like all the XP that I have. So, like, yeah, that would kill me.
I was gonna say,
Well, see, I know Maction doesn't have 10 XP, and the debt carries over to other party members.
No.
So you're also going to get minus whatever he can't pay off.
That's gross. Anyway, continue. Please continue.
Finally, having been told that homes are just... There's homes for everybody. You can just move into the village whenever you want. You and Frank decided to be roomies, can braid your hair, and talk about boys all night. But before moving in with your new BFF, Frank, you saw the mysterious Otto Schultz in the distance and decided to approach him as he appeared curious and alluring, his masculine musk washing over you irresistibly.
I love your characterizations of Herr Otto Schultz.
Yes,
he sounds
he's-
so much more charismatic than he is on paper.
Oh, he should be,
yes.
because both myself and Arch
I
are
don't
like
charisma.
are like charisma holes. It's where charisma goes to die. So,
Oh yeah, you all have very low charisma because you're
standard
huge
issue.
min-maxing assholes. No, I'm just kidding.
Or at least
I'm
Rex
actually
is
the opposite of that.
at least Rex is a huge min-maxing asshole. I mean, yeah.
I was careful not to min-max anything. Jerks.
You had a very tentative and brief encounter in which Otto invited you back to his place for hot coffee.
Tea and strumpets, I believe, was the actual invitation.
Right, which is what you call your penis.
Tea and young
balls,
girls?
right?
God damn it, Rex! Can you for
No,
10 seconds just fucking do a GM work?
I am doing excellent GM work here. The phones are ringing off the hooks. Keep calling if you don't make it through. We still have these valuable tote bags selling like hotcakes. That is literally everything that happened right up to the final hour. Therefore, as hard as it may be, that is to say, Otto's dick, as hard as it may be to get right back into the flow of things after such a long break, it is unfortunately up to you two to bring us back in as you find yourselves in the abode of Otto Schultz, wanting to have a clandestine conversation. And take it away whenever you're ready.
So, what is it you wanted to talk to me about, my friend?
I was curious as to how a man such as yourself, such an educated one at that, would strive to live in a place where clearly he wouldn't be able to leave. I mean, surely you've attempted?
Oh, no, I have not attempted. I've not yet found the pieces of the puzzles that I need to put together before I can feel comfortable leaving. However, I think I am very close. No, I have left the leaving to the other people. You know, the other people from my group who felt as though they needed to return to the fatherland.
Did they return to the fatherland?
That is a fantastic question, and I have no idea. Possibly, as I'm sure you can understand, news does not come in very frequently.
How long have you been here, out of curiosity?
Ooh, well, it gets a little hard to measure the passage of time. Oh, as long as I've kept my watch wound correctly, I would say 3 years?
You are aware of the time moving a lot slower in these, I don't know what you call it, fantasy worlds?
That is an interesting thought. I was not aware. Although that would explain why that explosion seemed to go a lot slower than I thought it would.
Well, we also encountered another...
How does one measure these strange time slowy thingamabigs you would talk about?
Well, the only experience that I have with it is we were over at a temple where they suggested that we go in order to find the key to find this place. I'm not sure how you got here, but we came through that way. We had like a... What was the thing that it's called, Rick?
You had a lodestone.
Yeah, we had a lodestone that we got from some monks. While we were there, it appeared they were only there for a few hours, but by the time that we got back to the rest of our party, 4 days had passed. So, take from that what you will.
This is quite distressing.
Yes. I'm curious, did you... you mentioned... well, the abbot mentioned that there's some Nazis that came through here. Did you recognize the uniforms?
How does one miss a uniform?
Okay, so there were Nazis in your time period. Interesting.
Ah, yes. The National Socialist Party of Germany.
The one and the same. Though it appears they are accepting lesser than what they used to do with their standards.
Is that some sort of a backhanded remark at me?
No.
I take umbrage at this, sir. I am a scientist.
I'm talking mostly about the, the blonde hair, blue eyes sort of thing that you guys had going on for a while. They have a raven-haired woman in charge. I'm not sure if she came through here at all.
Ah, yes, she did. It was not that much, not that long before you yourselves arrived.
Yeah, we did.
She had a saber.
Yeah, that was her. Yeah, she was a bit of a nuisance when we last encountered her. Yes. So, what exactly are you researching, if you don't mind me asking?
Where does one begin? Not only have you tipped me off to certain distortions in this space and time. That's a good way to put it. This space-time. Not only are there distortions that need to be investigated, just all sorts of things. The particularly long-lived individuals here. It's at the current moment, though, I am testing to see about the specific purity and chemical composition of the gold that is so frequently and readily apparent around this location.
Yeah, we saw that on the way in. Some of my party members got a little itchy when they saw it, I guess would be the right word. You know, money bags, whatnot. But if it's so readily available here, I mean, it must be almost like a nuisance.
Well, the problem is gold very, very, very melty. Very, what is the word? I can't think of the word. Pliable. it is tough to make appropriate impedimenta. No, impedimenta is not the right word. You Americans would say tools. Yeah, very difficult to make tools out of gold.
Rek, I want to look around his room while he's talking to me. What do I spy?
I don't know, Otto. What does he spy?
What would he spy? Well,
Lampshades made of human skin.
I'm not that kind of Nazi scientist.
You see a body swinging lifelessly from the rafters.
I can't believe I didn't notice that before.
A meat hook. You really should have said something earlier about looking around.
Yes.
It's probably too late.
Walk into a
You
room
feel-
completely blindfolded. It's like, oh.
You feel the life flow out of you as some sort of drug in the air causes you to fall unconscious.
Yeah. Roll to avoid being turned into a lampshade.
Everywhere I look around.
Otto,
Right.
please.
Anyway, what do you see? What does he see, Maction,
what do my
in your
human
house?
eyes see?
Well, let's see. Your human eyes, if we're in the main house, would see just a very untidy house, a bed, table, normal stuff that you would see in a small house, and
Do you have any sort of like
notes?
papers or notes like on the walls, say? Do you have any scribblings of what you've been researching or anything like that that I can look at?
That's a good question, Rek. Is paper something that's available?
Paper is scarce.
Scarce.
However, there is a library in the monastery filled with papers and scrolls. They aren't blank, but if you personally were just desperate for something to write on, you could very easily have repurposed, the occasionally mostly blank page. You'd be destroying books, of course. So it's up to you.
No,
but
no. It's in that case, it's probably
you almost certainly had
various-
some amount of journal with
Yeah.
you. Your expedition almost certainly had journals. You almost certainly had some paper with you. Whether it's enough to have the sort of schizophrenic tying strings together and circling things type mess.
Okay. And my
that's
other
probably not.
question that will lead off like this is how much of outside can I see in this room? Like how much of the outside world is apparent in? Because you said that it's obvious that the abbot takes things from people, and I noticed that when they came in that they wanted to take my stuff and they never offered it back. So
well,
I want to see how much you've actually managed to take.
inside the house, very little to almost nothing. However, in the adjoining little hut, house, whatever that I have as a lab, that's where you would see the stuff.
All right,
but since
so
we're in
here's-
the house, you see next to nothing.
All right, so here's what I would do. Rex isn't very coy about what he does. He's very much been on the nose about what he does. So while we're having this talk, I'd imagine it would look something like you're standing there in the middle of the room and Rex is sort of just poking around, just lifting up things, looking at things,
Otto,
opening cabinets and that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
this American Neanderthal is nosing about in your business.
He
I
didn't
don't know how
take
you
one of your
feel.
strumpets.
He's taking one of my strumpets. Better flip a coin for this one. Sorry, Mrs. Mac didn't appreciate that one too much.
Whatever. I think it's hilarious.
He can, Mac can
Mrs.
flip-
Maction.
He can flip my strumpet any day. Don't worry about that.
Aw, yeah.
She can't hear you. She
Wow.
can only hear me. Maybe I should turn the speakers on. Point being, I'm going to intercede. It was Rex, wasn't it? Do you have anything particular you're looking for? I could maybe help you find it, expedite the whole privacy issues.
I stop what I'm doing and I turn around and I look at him straight in the face and I'm like, I need to know what you brought with you.
Ah, I see. Well, the clothes I have, my lab coat. You never forget a lab coat. But I think what you might be looking for would be in the lab. However, I need your solemn word as an American that you will not touch anything.
Americans can't be trusted.
Yeah,
No,
I look at him and I'm like,
As an American.
Okay.
sure, yes.
Do
You have my word as an American that I will not touch anything.
Wunderbar.
This is where you
No
find out
one
he's, like,
would
secretly
ever break
Italian
their
or
word as their own country person.
Absolutely not. There is no way. Please.
Except for Americans. So, you walk in and he
except for
touches
when
the
it
first
suits
thing and
us.
it breaks instantly. No, I'm just kidding.
All right.
It literally explodes in a little puff of dust. Even if it's like a hunk of metal, just blows away.
I did not know you possessed such powers, my friend.
Just-
Well, all
kidding.
Americans
Anyway.
do. No.
Great.
Right,
All right,
so-
so we take him to the lab.
Right.
Among other things, the most recent acquisitions are there, including a grappling hook gun with powered by canisters. And let me see if I've still got that list right
There's
here.
C4, I believe, in a backpack.
Come again? Oh, yes.
Yeah.
And C4.
Or some sort of plastic explosive, at least, anyway.
Yes.
I believe I gave you a parachute and not plastic explosives.
That's the one.
Oh,
Parachute.
you got a parachute. Nylon. That'd be hella useful to you at some point.
That's right. We had an argument about what it would be made of. Anyway, let's see. I did
But we weren't
steal...
certain what they were made of back then.
I did take the professor's optics, right? He had some sort of
Magnifying glass, I believe it was.
magnifying glasses. That's right.
Yep.
And I notice it, and I'm like, they seem a little familiar.
Otto's not gonna say a thing.
I wave it off when he doesn't say anything, and I'm looking around the room. Basically, what I want to know is he synthesizing something right now? And what is he doing in here?
And can I get the crack?
Yeah.
I don't know. Does it look like you're doing something, Otto? This is like there's crap around.
Oh no! It looks like there's at least 2 or 3 different things going on in there. At least one is absolutely going to involve chemistry. The other one's probably going to be a bit more. More like 1 or 2 chemistry-looking projects going on.
Rex, there's a lot of bells and whistles happening in here.
Okay.
Some of it might be over your
Bubbling
education, but it's
beakers,
certainly happening.
fire.
Yeah, I turn back to Otto, and Rex is like, why are you doing all this?
What is the best way to say it?
Is
Well,
it curiosity? Is the abbot
Yeah.
asking you to do these things? Like,
oh no, the abbot, all of them, the monks, everyone who lives here. The problem is when you move in here, most people just start to accept that everything around them is fantastical or, he spits, magical. But everyone forgets scientific roots at the backbone of every single discovery. This place is wunderbar, and it contains within it the seeds of the discoveries that will propel mankind forwards for years, decades, generations to come.
you got anything in here that, for the most part, would heal wounds?
Interesting.
Maction,
Yeah?
your character knows that he's never seen anybody using a herb or a particular type of plant or like bathing in water or taking those hot baths, but wounds heal very quickly. They just seem to do. So the natives have no special first aid or herbal treatments, but people don't stay hurt or die around here, to your knowledge. Of course, people have disappeared, but no one's been mauled, say. No one has had long-lasting injuries of any kind.
Okay. So, yes, I have no salves, nothing to place on things, but I can assure you, if you happen to have physical ailments, they do not hang around very long in Shangri-La. I'm not entirely certain where the root of this is, but it is part of my ongoing research.
I have a theory about that, but
Please feel free to share it. I love theories.
time dilation mostly. Healing is accelerated simply because of the fact that we're here for a lot longer than we should be. That's my theory, at least.
That is interesting.
We saw it happen in our last escapade.
Yeah, it's that temple where you get lodestone. Yeah.
Yeah. No one really asked for the name of it, so.
Oh, so you have learned much about me, Rex. I wish to know something about you. Use your friends. You have one friend who appears to be an Englander, and the other two are Americans. Yeah, and then you have some very rough cut looking gentlemen with you as well.
Yes, of course.
So, what brings you gentlemen to Shangri-La?
Shooting, stabbing, killing Nazis.
Right. That is
They have
one
some-
way to do things.
They have something of ours, and we're trying to track it down. And
Wirklich? What is it? Perhaps I've seen it.
have you seen, say, a smoke that disembowels people?
A smoke that disembowels people.
Desiccates.
Hmm.
It desiccates them.
Desiccates. Yeah.
Doesn't disembowel means it rips out their stuff. Actually, that would be a kick-ass smoke.
Yeah, that would be a really cool smoke.
Yeah, like, well.
Yeah.
Desiccates.
Ass.
That is interesting. You know, I'm not entirely certain. Although, maybe if it was something like disodium ethyl-diamines, that could be interesting. You know what that is, don't you, Rack?
Oh, god damn it. Okay, keep going. Keep it rolling. Keep it rolling.
And I was like, well, it doesn't matter of the contents. So I was tasked of retrieving it, and that is what I'm aiming to do. The fact that, okay, so, Otto, you're going to be very useful to me, simply because you've had party members attempt to leave. Eventually, we will need to leave. What I need from you, though, right now, is I need to know where those Nazis are. And the abbot certainly won't help us. He's more possessed with the fact that he's going to get more people in his village. I don't aim to stay. So the faster you can tell me what I need to know, the sooner we can be off.
Rex, please understand that anyone who was a Nazi and is still here has elected to give up that life.
I'm not so interested in the ones that have...
Really? Because moments ago you were telling me about how you went stabbing Nazis. I'm surprised you didn't shoot me when you walked in the door.
German Nazis, I mean...
What
they're a
I'm
little
saying
different. You're
is,
not wearing-
you
you're-
need to take just a moment, and they are nice people. I will introduce you if you promise me.
I put my hand
There's
up.
no harm.
I put my hand up, like my finger up or whatever, and I'm like, I'm not really interested in making friends, Otto. You need to understand that.
This isn't about making friends. This is about not shooting and stabbing people.
Well, I don't do a lot of that anyway. I have a few friends who do that for me. But I need to know where the raven-haired woman is. She has.
Oh, the raven-haired woman. Oh, I'm afraid I do not know exactly where she is. I did not see her return from her meeting with
this not returning thing. I need to know more about it. And you've been here for 3 years. Clearly, you've seen people come and go in that time. Potentially.
But I have. Keep in mind, I have seen people come. I have not seen people go. I have seen people attempt to go, and I have also seen people get out of sight, and I never see them again. So, but with regards to this raven-haired woman, I did not see her leave.
I look at my watch, Rick. What time is it?
Oh, let's see here.
Keeping in mind that we came in like it was almost midday, I think.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, your watch shows an appropriate amount of time passing.
Okay.
That is to say, it feels like it's been like 5 hours, and it's about 5 hours.
How tired am I? Like that's a good gauge. Yeah.
Not very.
All right.
You were pretty refreshed after your bath.
Okay. I say to Otto, "Is like Otto, there is a man that I believe that we need to talk with. A couple of men actually. Can I bring them here? You can get some of your scrumpets out. I like raise my eyebrow.
Sure. You can bring. Who are these people?
A man of intellect and a man of not so much intellect.
All right. Well, then, yes. I would be most interested in speaking with this man of intellect.
Very well. I'll meet you back here in an hour. And then I leave. And with the intention of going to go get Arch and what is his fucking name? Clendon.
Okay.
What about should we end up grabbing? Oh, never mind. The other guy, mustache guy's doing his whole thing, isn't he?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Anyway, he's British. He has absolutely nothing to do with us, what us Americans are actually here for. So, as far as I'm concerned,
I mean, they give us good tea to throw off boats.
The sooner we can be rid of ourselves of any sort of outside influence to the actual mission, the faster we'll get it done. So.
Okay. I've probably fallen asleep by the time you get back. So.
I smile at this as I kick you awake.
Do you aim for my bum leg?
I aim for your chest.
This is the chest that's been shredded by the frickin' the dude with the what you call him, the frickin' Sasquatch.
Yep.
Abominable snowman.
I just like poke your wounds with my stick. Then.
Look, I'm gonna come up swinging if that happens. That's not. I mean, not like on purpose. That's just reflex.
Fine.
Okay, well then roll me brawl.
Yeah. All right.
You said it,
my
man.
brawl is. I don't actually have a brawl, so it'll just be strength.
Yep.
Yep. You have no points in brawl. You roll strength. And
roll 3d2 caret 2.
You gotta put the slash in front of roll there.
Oh, look at it's such a we're coming off to such a good flying start. Two successes. You technically need to roll a defense on that, Dave.
Sure. I will then put 4 from my attack in there as well, so I will roll for 9.
If you get this roll, I'm gonna laugh so hard.
You can't do that
Please.
because you didn't know an attack was coming. So and that actually takes an action.
All right,
to do it actually. So this is you're just 5.
Oh, please botch this! Please botch this! Please botch this! Yeah, balls.
Ty goes to defender.
Yeah.
You just barely whiff past his face. A couple of hairs, breezing out of place.
Mm-hmm.
Where the fuck are you? Shit. And I'm awake. I'm like,
What are you
fuck
doing
you poke me
asleep?
for?
This is the last place you should probably sleep.
It's nighttime, I think.
I open
You
the
usually
window.
go
It's
to sleep
clearly
after
daytime
dinner.
outside.
The sun doesn't go
High
down
noon.
this place. It's been high noon since we got here 8 hours ago.
I was hoping you wouldn't notice. Anyway,
Actually, I probably should have rolled intelligence to see if I noticed that one.
yeah.
All right.
So anyway, do you know where Clendon is right now?
No. Did we have some other rooms we were given? You've got the memory.
Yeah, several. People have just sort of filtered out and chosen whichever houses suited them.
Like Rex, you got the memory. You remember which way you went?
Yeah, Rex. Rec? Do I remember which way he went?
You did not see him choose a house before you went off to talk with Otto. In fact, you didn't see anybody choose a house except for Arch, who came up to you and told you that he wanted to be roommates. You went straight to talking with Otto.
All right, so I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go up to the arch.
I say we go back and I say we grab Otto and then
So
go try to
famous.
find the professor. Who's this Otto person anyway?
I haven't told you about him yet. I mean,
Yeah, Jesus Christ! Stop metagaming, Frank. Minus a million XP.
All right. I realized the second I said, "Oh shit, I'm not supposed to know that." Who's
Yeah.
this Otto person
Yeah.
that you did? That you might have told me about.
Anyway, Arch doesn't know where Clendon is,
Okay.
and you don't know where Clendon is.
No,
so
no,
what are you
no,
gonna do?
the Archbishop, whatever his name is.
Art Strahorn.
Oh, you mean the abbot?
Oh, sorry, the abbot. Sorry.
Yeah, abbot.
So, what do you want from the abbot?
I wish to inquire as to the location of Clinton, Professor Clinton.
Oh, so you're going to go up to the monastery and find abbot.
Well, hang on. How big is a village? Is it? Can we just like look for the places that look freshly inhabited? Is it like a giant freaking village, or is it like 10 buildings?
It's not 10 buildings. It's not giant. It probably has 50 domiciles in that neighborhood.
Listen, Arch, if you want to go searching through each house, you're more than welcome to, but I feel like the easiest way to find out where Clinton is to actually talk to the people who might know where he is.
I say, all right. I mean, there's 50 houses. That's what? 10. Never mind.
Yeah.
I'm not smart enough. I'm not smart enough to do the math on that.
Yeah. So we go up to the abbot and see what's what.
All right. Well, you cross the river and you go up to the monastery, and there's the big wooden gate from earlier. But if you try it, you find that it's not locked in any way. You can simply pass it, and you continue up the pathway through the sculpted gardens, both flower and stone in nature, arranged in what are clearly religious or semi-religious manners. You go up to the monastery, which has no door on it at all, and you enter, and you find yourself on the first floor where you were originally separated for baths and taken up to the second floor. The first floor is a large hall, some sort of perhaps prayer hall. Incense is burning along the walls here. There's nobody in sight in on this floor right now.
Okay. Through my basic understanding of the floor layout, where would I understand the abbot to be residing?
You have no idea. You've seen 2 floors. You've seen the bathhouses on one side of the second floor. You've seen a feast hall above the prayer hall.
I tend to ask, I was like, how loud can you whistle?
Normal loudness, I suppose.
I was hoping for something a little more dramatic. Hello!
I mean, hell, I could probably do like the battlefield voice. Just like yell at the top of my lungs and hope the people hear it through all the bullshit.
Oh, please, go ahead.
Did we lose Graham?
I mean wreckage.
Yeah, I mean wreckage.
I think we did.
Ooh.
I think we did. Good old wreckage and his good old internet.
We lost. All right.
How could anyone's internet be worse than mine?
I have Comcast.
I also have Comcast, but it's pretty decent over here.
Well, it's because you're in the financial district. That's like the fancy part of town.
Ooh, financial district, big roller.
Yeah. Hey,
yeah. They like it's all the financial people are there. They like pour out cocaine on the sidewalks every day, just so the pigeons to like get really hyper.
I'm sick of this bland cocaine. I wish to get different cocaine.
Cut it with caviar.
I like it when fish eggs are in my nose.
Cutting coke with caviar, that's intense.
I feel like there's someone out there who's done that. I guarantee it's happened.
All right,
some idiot.
Rex,
cocaine wasn't enough.
Rex loses 1 point. He only has 2 left.
Yeah. Oof.
Is he even online anymore? Let's do some math. Work this shit out. Guys, we're going to take a quick break while we sort out this wreckage conundrum. Wait, he's typing.
No, that's that wasn't wreckage. I think that was. Oh, there he is.
Okay, he's back
now. That's Graham. Nope, Gran.
Mac, I think you're in charge of adding him back into the call since you're the card.
Yeah, let's see.
It's the plus symbol, and then you can it'll just be in the top pop-up there.
Oh, bless you, sir. Let's see if we can get him back.
Yeah.
Thanks for walking me through that. I'm kind of crap at Skype.
That's all right. I've dealt with enough Skype bullshit during Die Party that I'm like a fucking master at it now. So
we all start out shitty at it.
Yeah. Ah,
But hey, you know what, Graham? What about the red ones?
well, yeah, we're gonna take a break, guys, while we sort out this wreckage stuff. Hopefully, he's not DOA, because that would be bad. But yeah, we'll be back once we get it sorted out. I'm sorry for the break, everyone, but them's the breaks. All right. Let me just okay. Hey everyone, we found a wreckage. Woo!
Hi.
Hi, wreckage.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah. So we're gonna go for another 20 minutes before we take our first hour break. If I remember correctly, we were trying to get someone's attention in the mansion or the abbot's house, whatever you call it.
Monastery.
Actually, you know what?
Monastery.
Can't we just like jump the fence rather than waking up the entire town?
No, we're inside the monastery, dude.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
There's just no one around. Yeah.
Well,
Alright,
don't run around the first floor anyway.
Yeah.
Or at least that you could see immediately with your eyeballs.
All right.
Alright.
Arch, make a loud noise for us.
I'm debating on whether I should just shoot the shotgun in the air, but
You
probably
don't have a
not.
shotgun.
You don't have a shotgun. All your guns were taken.
Everything.
But they gave him
has-
back, didn't they?
Nope.
Nope.
Didn't we get all our stuff back and put it in the
Nope.
rooms?
Nope. You
All I have is
nothing.
my axe.
Yeah.
Yep.
I got my axe, remember?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got it stuck in the
Kept
belt.
your axe.
Yep.
Motherfucker.
That's what I'm saying.
Is,
Man.
is there like an iron knocker or something I can bang on?
There was no door, man.
You walked right in.
I'm just gonna get. All right, I'm gonna give the loudest yell I can. I'm like, hey, we need to fucking come inside.
We're inside.
I can't really yell at the microphone.
You're
Well,
already inside.
Yeah.
Frank, pay attention, goddammit. You're inside. You're on the first floor. It's a prayer hall like thing.
Nobody's
You know-
here.
There's no one on
nobody
the
here.
first floor.
Then let's fucking go up. Let's find some stairs. Go upstairs. They're probably doing their dormitory sleeping thing. Let's go knock on doors and open doors till we either find our stuff or find some people.
Yep.
Don't forget, monasteries usually have big old bells or some such.
I mean,
Bang on
they
one of those
just
back of
need
the axe.
to look around.
All right, fine. We'll
Don't
look around.
overthink it, people. The first floor doesn't have anybody on it. You know that there's a second floor.
Ah.
You know that there's probably a third and fourth and fifth and sixth
Okay.
floor.
Well, then we'll
It's very
continue
tall
walking
building.
around.
Are we getting back to that pushing and pulling the door thing
Yes.
here?
That's
Okay.
Yeah.
so dumb. Anyway, yes. We look around.
All right.
I'm gonna follow Rex on this one just because I don't want us to have to get split up, and it seems like a
Sure.
Yeah.
You know that well, you go on to the second floor, and, depending on which direction you take, I assume you take the way that you have previously taken, as there is a staircase on both sides.
Yeah, sure.
The side that you've previously taken leads to bath houses, as you are previously aware. From the
Kinky.
sound of splashing and the warm feeling in the hallway, at least a couple of these rooms are presently occupied, most likely by monks.
All right. Well, the first one that feels like there's someone inside, I'm gonna bang on the door.
Really?
Yes, absolutely.
You know, we could probably just like find a room,
Yeah, you could probably
Let's
just keep
keep
going
going.
upstairs
Let's-
and
and if we can find out where the hell our stuff is too.
I have my
Uh,
stuff.
yeah, you do. You refuse to give it up.
Anyway, well, I guess we'll keep going then. If you protest, Arch, we will continue.
No, I mean, don't get a dude in the bath because we don't even know if he speaks English, and he probably won't. Yeah, just let's go get a dude who can actually like in a room or something.
All right, first
Okay.
room with a dude that speaks English. Got it. I'll look for it.
I mean, we have a better chance to find someone who can help us if they're not,
You come to the feast hall.
ass deep in hot water.
You
Yes,
come to
please.
the feasting hall, the cafeteria, the
The fisting hall.
yeah, sure, I guess if you want to make it weird.
You made
There
it
are-
Left the bathhouse. Least we could do.
Yeah.
There are a couple of monks eating food in here. None of them are the abbot.
Okay. Ahoy! I say, trying to be as cheery as possible.
I smile unconvincingly.
One monk who is getting up to put his cookery or his foodware away turns to you and says, "Greetings, outsider. Can I help you?"
Yeah, yes, we're after the abbot. Well, actually, you might be able to help us. We might not even
Yeah.
need to talk to him. We are looking for a man called Clinton. He was with us. I don't know where he's gone.
And also, I'd like to get my stuff back if possible.
Yes, he would like his stuff back as well.
I'm afraid that cannot be arranged. However, your friend Professor Clinton.
Hang on a minute. Before you say anything, you're not going to give his stuff back?
As Shajragal explained to you, visitors' items are confiscated in order to make leaving Shangri-La impossible.
That was not explained to us.
That was
I
explained.
would never
during
have given my stuff up. I would never have given any of my stuff.
It seems
I was
kind
told
of
it would be
weird.
kept. I was told it would be kept safe.
You were
Until my return.
informed of this after having given your stuff up.
No.
You were informed of this at the dinner. You gave your stuff up before the bath.
Okay. Let's just peg that in the wall real quick. That one right there. Tell us about where our friend is.
Professor Clinton can be found in the library. It is on the fifth.
The 5th floor. Gotcha. Now, taking the pin out of the wall again, back to getting the stuff back. I believe this is a temporary solution for us. We were going to continue further into Shangri-La. So we will need traveling gear.
Well, Shangri-La is a perfectly safe place.
Yes, I understand that, but we have intentions further beyond Shangri-La, you see.
Well, you are not allowed to leave Shangri-La.
Okay. Why?
Because Shangri-La must be kept secret from the outside world.
No, we're not going outside. We're going further.
We're not going to the outside world, I thought.
Yes, we're continuing inward, as it were. Further into Shangri-La.
He laughs at you and shakes his head. There is no further into Shangri-La.
Excuse me?
This valley is Shangri-La. That's all there is.
I'm gonna tap.
Well,
I'm gonna
further
tap Rex on
beyond
the shoulder.
Shangri-La,
Say,
then.
Yes, Shangri-La must be kept secret from the outside world. If you'll excuse me, he leaves.
I take out a cigarette and I start smoking.
I like check the robe, the borrowed bathrobe I'm still wearing for a friggin' flask of whiskey, and I can't find anything.
You got nothing.
When we start going towards the Abbot, I'm gonna tell Rex, hey Rex, we might need to say we're gonna stay here just to get our shit back, but I'm kind of okay with us just telling them everything's hunky dory and then just cutting and running. But I don't want them to know that.
You might have a good point there, but they would have no. I talked to Otto, and he has not received his stuff here back, and he's been here for 3 years, so I doubt that's going to happen.
So they just keep our stuff for good, no matter what they tell us.
I assume that is
Fuck
the case.
it.
Would you like a smoke?
Yes, please. Yeah. I think I need one now.
Light a cigarette for him and give it to him.
Let's start puffing with only a minor cough.
Yeah. It'll grow on you. It'll grow on you. Now, where's this stupid library?
I was in the war. I know how to smoke. So
We make our way to the library.
All right, you go up 2 flights of stairs, and it's pretty obvious as you exit the stairwell on the 5th floor. Very immediately in front of you is a ornately carved archway in the wooden wall, and beyond that, a well-illuminated, somewhat gold in color library. Rows and rows of books sit on top of shelves. There are scrolls in the center on plinths, and everything has a faintly golden color to it, making the entire room appear like a treasure room from a distance.
Okay. Is Clinton able to be sought out easily enough?
You don't see him immediately, but it's clear that the room takes up this entire floor of the monastery, so it is quite large.
start wandering through, poking around, seeing if I can find. Are there any other monks on this floor right now?
Not right now.
Wreckage, I want to take just any old book out, and I want to open it up. Is there, like, English in here?
Well, any old book.
Sorry, American. My bad.
Oh, American.
Yeah.
Same language, dingus. If you take out any old...
something in Australian.
Yeah.
Yeah, Australian's what he's looking for.
Ah, my bad.
But you were saying, Rick?
If you take out any old book, it's not in English. It is in a language or a calligraphy of some kind that you have never seen.
Okay. What are the pages made out of?
Paper. Thicker paper than you find in books back home. It appears to be older, too.
All right. I snap the book shut and I put it back in and
Yep.
go find Arch and Professor Clinton.
Well, Arch is right next to you.
Oh, okay. So you didn't wander off. Okay.
Yeah, I didn't want to wander too far.
All right.
I mean, now that I don't have a gun handy.
I have a gun, so yeah.
Then.
Yeah, I hit it pretty well in my butt. So
He popped right up in there.
yeah.
It's also why you shit blood, but you know.
No, that's a different reason. Let's. I mean, if we
gotta
struggle to
Clinton.
find Clinton, I guess we'll split up and find Clinton.
You don't really struggle to find Clinton. Just
Okay.
moving deeper into the library will eventually cause you to hear the shuffling of papers and books in the distance. It's just a couple rows over, but you will find Professor Clinton in a pile of books. Well, rather, he's taking books off the shelf and staring at them agag for a period of time and then piling it right next to him in a huge pile, which is also filled with scrolls.
Clinton, what are you doing?
Rex. Hello. Hi. Hello. How are you doing?
Good. You seem to be okay after Derek's death. I would have thought you'd be mourning. That's besides the point. I don't actually care now that I think about it. We need to have a talk with someone. Otto, you remember him from the dinner?
What? Oh, yes, German. Yeah, the lovely German. Looked like he had a good head on his shoulders, that one. I bet he knows all about the books in here. I bet he's read almost everything in here. I can't wait to do the same. Did you know that they have a book in here about prehistory China?
No,
Well, I guess it's not
that's
prehistory
absolutely
Norse,
fascinating,
since it's actually a
Professor.
piece of- I mean, now that there is a record of it, it's now history. It's just the
Why don't
extended
you
past the
stand
original
up?
copy
I
of
put my
history.
hand on his shoulder and steer him away from the book and say, like, hey, we got to go talk to someone who knows
Yeah.
even more about
So he can just let him rabble, and we'll just like sort of walk him out and be like, oh, that's fascinating. I don't
Treat him like a doddering old
actually
relative.
care,
Just kinda push
but
him when he
that's
stops
really good. I'm
moving.
glad that you care. Like stuff
well,
like
Say,
that. Yeah.
"Aw."
I don't know what you
Well,
two are up to, but I have no desire to leave this library right now.
Professor.
It's vitally important you come with us outside right now. It's a matter of life and death.
Sure it can. I'm sure it can wait. Life and death here? No, everything's perfect. Didn't you see,
Oh,
everybody? It's
kidnapping
picturesque.
lies then.
It's utopian, even. I dare say. Why? Imagine.
And
Imagine.
And
So-
the lithium smells
I-
so sweet.
I put my hand up real quick and I was like, Professor, I have something that will be a lot more interesting than any of these dusty books would be able to offer you.
I can't imagine any such thing.
So you know about the time distortion then between this place and the outside world?
Well, I mean, yes, we observed the same thing at the previous monastery.
So you would know about that people have been here for more than 3 and a bit years, and they've done all the research that they could
Thousands
possibly
of years, potentially.
do. And he's
Well,
still
yes,
here.
I imagine that all of the inhabitants have a robust knowledges themselves. I mean, did you see how they all spoke
And
English?
wouldn't a live account of what happened 3,000 years ago be so much more accurate than a mistranslated scroll?
Well, I don't think any of them have lived for 3,000 years, but that's besides the point. We have forever.
Are you going to
be-
assume
I-
you are a man of science? Do not assume.
Well,
I keep pushing towards the door while we're saying this.
I mean, I suppose you make a good point, but surely that is the oddity. German. I mean, Germany hasn't even existed for more than a couple hundred years. You couldn't possibly be 3,000 years old with that accent.
Professor,
He knows who.
do you remember why we're here?
Yes, we're here to discover here. We did it. We discovered Shangri-La. It is the reward unto itself, almost, if it wasn't also filled with so many rewards.
Is he wearing glasses?
Yes.
Is there a way that I can take his
Don't do it.
glasses?
Don't do it.
Don't. I catch him eyeing his glasses, and I kind of shake my head quick, like no.
Dave,
And,
I have slaughtered
he keeps
entire
reaching.
villages during the course of a role-playing game, but even I would never mess with a man's glasses.
I would
We're at-
say, but yeah. Oh, we're at the
Yeah.
break.
Yeah, we're at.
Alright.
Let's take a break right now, and then that'll give you guys some time to think about how you may want to coax Clinton away from this treasure trove of treacherous troving.
Okay.
I got the
We'll be
idea,
back in 3 to 5, guys. Sorry about the big extended break in the middle, but, technical difficulties be a bitch. But we be back.
Yeah.
Um,
Fuck everything forever.
Fuck Skype. That's all we need to say. We'll be back. Don't go anywhere. We got another 3 hours of this coming up.
We'll
And,
be right back.
We'll be right back, guys. Don't go anywhere. Thanks.